MovieWeb.com.
In this film, you play a porn star.
Yes.
And I'm sure you did research for the role.
Yes.
But I was wondering if you had considered, in this economic climate of today, renting out your home to a porn crew, maybe a little money on the side while you were doing the research.
Yes, no. No, it was hard enough to shoot this movie in my home. But yeah, no, I'm sure that that's with the economy, that's probably a part of the economy that does not suffer at all.
Well, was there anything that you were able to learn from your research, something that really helped you, anything that surprised you about the porn industry?
I mean, what's interesting is porn is so chic now, I mean, it's certainly entered into mainstream society in such a way that, and obviously Jenna Jameson and all these big porn stars are writing books and how to in Electrolux, which is this is part of a trilogy, and we just finished the second one. And, Electra actually decides to teach a class on how to be a porn star in bed, how to act like a porn star in bed. Because this is all crossing over so much. So for me, I did do a certain level of research, and I watched a bunch of documentaries as well. I think the thing is, it's a profession. It is a profession, and it's a really intense profession, and it's a profession that's not for everybody, for anatomical reasons and also just for actual personality reasons. It's a really intense profession to choose. So it gave me a perspective on certainly a personality that would tend towards that, and also, unfortunately, a lot of times there's a history in the family that's pretty tricky that's led to that. And yet, because this is a comedy, there was also a certain amount that I just needed to find a real person within this, and that was really what was the most important thing to me, because her profession and the profession of most of these characters is sort of the backdrop of who they are, and sort of going, oh, hey, this is what you think this kind of person is, and look at all the complexity that's actually underneath the surface.
You mentioned the sequel. I was just curious. When you signed on, did Sebastian mention he had 3 films you want to do? It's kind of unusual to already be.
I know, and the third one's been written as well. I know, it's very unusual, and it's so cool because other than, with a play, which I do a lot of theater, so, you get to explore a character for a long period of time, but it's the same material over, and when you have a TV show, you do. But this has been fascinating because sort of every year I get to go back and revisit this character. And so, yeah, he was actually writing, by the time we had finished the first, he was at least halfway through the second script, so we all did know. Which was cool, yeah. And
then you have a great scene in the film with, I believe her name's Isabella Gutierrez.
Yeah, Gutierrez,
yeah. Plays Charlotte, and it's a very emotional scene between the two of you. When you're working with a young actress like that, I mean, do you find yourself sort of the dual role of acting coach as well, or pulling stuff out of her, or she's just so natural it kind of comes?
It is interesting because I definitely not acting coach, but for sure wanting to create an environment for her where she can be free to just be natural and be herself and be the character, and she is so she's a total natural, but yeah, what was nice was that we worked on the scenes beforehand. We talked about our characters, we talked about all that stuff, so that when we were there, we just got to. I have a real soft spot, I think, because the age that she was when we shot it is pretty much the exact age when I started acting. So it was really cool to go, wow, I felt like I was so adult then, And then you see this little person and you're like, I was really young, but, smart as she is and really together. And I think she's, I love the fact that the 13-year-old character in the movie is the most grounded person in the entire film. Which was intentional, really great.
And you have a great scene with Isabella.
With Connie, or
Connie, yeah, in the elevator. And so I wanted to ask about that. And were there any has that ever happened to you? Stuck in an elevator, any real life kind of situation?
No, it's interesting that I have been stuck in elevators, but not for long periods of time like that, and not on the hottest day of the year, and not in my underwear. So, but Connie is truly just one of my dearest friends on the planet, and we met doing Spin City, which was a great show in and of itself, but that was one of the best things that came out of it. And so it was actually kind of crazy when we were shooting that scene because I had flown in from Watchmen. I had just wrapped Watchmen. She had just wrapped Friday Night Lights. It was the coldest day in the year in LA in an unheated warehouse, and the makeup people are spraying us down with water, and we're supposed to be like, oh God, it's so hot. Meanwhile our teeth are chattering, and but it was fun because it was like a little one-act play. I mean, we had 10 pages of dialogue. We shot it in one day, and it was a really, really fun scene to shoot.
I just wanna be loved. Is that too much to ask?
done before doesn't count. It's what you're going to do from now on. If we don't tell people how we feel, what are we doing here?
Do you have fake boobs?
No. You?
I'm only 13.
People start early these days.